Hey, we're here with actor and model Ryan Cooper. Why don't you talk a little bit about your evolution into acting and modeling and what you're working on? You just came off a season of One Life to Live with the relaunch on the internet.
Yeah. Um, so transitioning into modeling and acting, I used to build houses. I built houses for 6 years, and I got asked to do a photo shoot one day, and I said, okay, why not? I get paid to do something that's much easier work than
Yeah,
banging
absolutely.
in nails. And then it just transitioned from there. I got called up to fly to Australia and shoot some stuff, and then fly to New York. So um, I was getting flown around the world. It was like holidays and getting paid. So
What's
um,
better than that?
what is better than that? Tell me, because I want to
I don't know. It
know.
was rhetorical.
um, yeah, and then so after moving to New York, I met my manager, Jill Kaplan, and I'd done theater and things like that as a child. I played the White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland, and then she was very interested in working with me, and we were getting some good responses, and just continued doing classes and got on One Life to Live.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So you're relatively new to the acting business,
relatively new, yeah,
but
yeah,
you've also had the success in the modeling world.
yeah.
Obviously modeling, it may not be easier because of the intensity you got to put out while you're. What do you feel are the differences?
I feel that the acting side of things is much more rewarding.
Yeah.
I feel like, um, I guess because you actually get to put your mind and your body into something rather than just your body. It's not just a snapshot of a moment. It's actually living out moments.
Right.
Um, and yeah, it's a lot tougher. I mean, what's more tougher than really stepping into someone else's shoes for a day and living truthfully in that, So, um, but I mean, the modeling is great as well. You get to meet fantastic people. You get to have fun, be in beautiful locations, um, and I guess it is an easy job in some ways. Yeah.
But long hours, I would
Some
assume.
long hours, yes. I mean, I remember, but see, the thing is, I worked 22-hour days sometimes doing building. And so when I moved to the modeling, I was like 19 hours on set. I've got, whatever. I'm hanging out with a beautiful model and I get to be in a beautiful location
Yeah.
with nice people. Like, how hard is that,
And
So
obviously building houses helped with your physique without having to do
exactly,
too much.
exactly, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I feel really, really blessed to have been able to kind of have three distinct kind of careers
Hmm.
in the last 12 years and really enjoy each one of them. And I feel like that's maybe also the era that we're in is, you can have a chunk of time where you can
Yeah.
work in one thing and transition and yeah, it's great. It's really
Now that you're here in New York, I know you said you did theater and
yeah,
when you were younger. Would
yeah.
you like to pick something up while you're here, or?
I would. Yeah, I would. I've been doing some like small like plays and little skits and things like that. But in terms of like proper theater, I haven't really dove into that direction yet. You know, partly because of contacts and partly because of just opportunities, I guess. But I have a friend and I who are going to be potentially working on an adaptation of a play from Sweden. So yeah, so a friend's a writer over there, and we're going to take the rights and possibly turn it into a play. So
Very cool.
yeah,
So your character of One Life
sure.
was on throughout the whole first season.
Yep.
What was that experience like, being that it was being shot for the internet? I know visually it looked no different than television.
It was great. I mean, I had a great time, and the thing for me was I'd only done film before, so we had more time. We only had we had more days to do less work,
Right.
and so coming on set and literally having one or two takes to bang out 4 or 5 pages was a challenge. because in between a take, often that even change blocking. So
Right.
instead of doing this one time, you have to change everything. So it's very, very fast. But I think that's a great learning curve, and it also means you have to be so spontaneous and living in the moment. But I loved it. I really, really loved it. I was very disappointed that we weren't back sooner, and hopefully we'll be back sooner. We don't know. We really don't know. So
What are you going to do in the meantime while you wait on word?
well, in the
Or might-
meantime, I've been auditioning a lot, and I'm getting married in 3 weeks' time. So that's a kind
Right.
of
Congratulations.
a big thing to be organizing. And I think I'll probably not be too busy after the wedding, up until the wedding, after the wedding,
Mhm.
up until early next year, and then I'll come back from Australia after a summer, tanned and ready to get back to work.
So their summer is our winter.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So
That probably made me sound stupid that I don't know that, but I did
no,
not
no,
know
no,
that.
no. You couldn't sound stupid if you tried. No, so yeah, it's amazing. We get to have often 2 summers a year. Spend the summer up here, go back for Christmas in Australia, which is odd because for you guys get all the white Christmas and all
Right.
that kind of stuff. And in Australia, we often have Santa Clauses dressing up in the northern winter Santa outfit, and they're just sweating their butts off. Like, so it's very fun. Yeah.
What advice would you give to people who are, A, just either starting out in modeling or
Mhm.
starting out in acting? And how did you juggle both and not go crazy?
Not going crazy is not something I have not done. I'm very definitely have gone crazy at different times. The modeling has, I guess it's like acting as well. You really have to be prepared for setbacks, knockbacks, and I think the only thing to success in most things is really just being passionate and being committed.
Mhm.
Because if you don't commit 100% to whatever you're doing, what's the point? You know, really, like, and why would you expect results when you're not putting in 100%?
Right.
Um, and that's really been my learning curve throughout the modeling industry. But also, there's a lot of things that are not in your control. You can do your 100%, and they might go, well, you are too dark, or you're too tall, or you're too short, or you know, there's so many things not in your control to why you might not get the job, and so you can't take offense to that. You have to have very thick skin, and also realize that, I mean, you're gonna have the good years and the bad years, and take them in your stride and just keep going. And that's where I think the commitment, the thick skin, and eternally optimistic point of view helps
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Now, since tomorrow is Halloween,
Yeah.
and this will be up tonight, have you ever done, like most young actors, a horror film in your career?
I have actually. I have actually written a little piece, and we're halfway through it at the moment. It's just a short.
Mhm.
I did it with a friend of mine, and I was doing the directing, and I play her boyfriend, but she's kind of the lead. So that was actually kind of fun. And we, there's green screen work and all sorts of stuff that we have to finish up with, but it was great. I really liked it. Yeah, it's been fun.
Thank you so much for taking the time to
Oh.
do this. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me.